Hello, Demoiselle, again with another Portrait of Pirates review. And this time it is Vista, the Flower Sword Vista, or whatever, with quite a large box, which makes me glad that I bought him from a US distributor and have to pay $15 for shipping instead of, say, $50. But looking at the box, it's pretty nice. It's got some petals there and such, keeping with the flowery motif. Gigantic box. And the back, usual sorts of stuff. There's your Funimation sticker, not Toei, because, well, it's impossible to get the Japanese releases at this point. But here he is, and I would have to say, well, he is somewhat of a minor character in the scheme of things, but Vista's pretty damn cool. Yeah, obviously he's got his awesome stash there. His hat, which unfortunately is not removable, it's stuck on there, but it doesn't matter that much. And obviously he's got both of his swords, which makes for quite a wide figure. So you can see it probably takes up about, from sword to sword, about half of my desk here, which is pretty crazy. And turning him around, hair looks pretty nice. And there you got his flowing cape here, which the thing to note about this is kind of strange, is that it's made out of a kind of a hard material this time, whereas usually they make capes and coats and such out of soft PVC. This is pretty rigid, feels somewhat fragile, but it doesn't matter that much. You can remove the cape. See if I can do it a second. This might be a little difficult. Just give me a moment. It's coming. Come on. There we go. So, yeah, there now you can see his back. Although, one problem is, of course, there's a hole there with which to put the cape in. Because, well, just by the nature of the cape, you can't just hang it on his shoulders, so they kind of needed to do something like that. You can see his sheaths there. One's regular while the other has tape around it. And yeah. And then can also display him with his swords sheathed, though it's a bit tricky to do. Well, first you can remove the blades entirely, but we'll get to that. First, I guess, just take the hand off and then put on his closed fists. And actually what you have to do is pop this part off and actually let's see, come on. Take the guard off there. And then you can slide it out of the hand, because see, he's got a closed off hand there, so you can't just pop it in like you do with most figures. And then you just put it back on and then pop it into the sheath like so, and then obviously repeat for the other, and I think I'll just cut a second and do that. And there he is with both swords sheathed and also his cape back on, because well, that would have taken forever to put it back on if I did on camera. So, but pretty nice option there. I think he looks pretty cool both ways, though I kind of prefer the swords to be out just because it's pretty impressive with how wide a stance it is and whatnot. But other than that, oh yeah, I guess I should mention that his head is on a ball joint. The cape kinda, well, there you can see it there. The cape kind of restricts the movement though. Come on. But taking a look at the base, first off, he's standing on his own. I don't think he will stand without the cape, although I wouldn't really trust it because he has pretty small feet, so it would be pretty easy for him to lose his balance. But the base, I think, is somewhat interesting in some regards. First off, well, I suppose it was the same with Marco, but it seems like, at least with some of them, we are going back to the translucent bases, which they haven't used much since the Neos. And also the shape is the more regular shape, the more octagonal the shape rather than the oblong shape like with Garp over there, which I quite like because I don't really like those bases. I prefer these since they tend to take up less space anyways. But other than that, it's a pretty nice figure. Obviously it is a minor character, so your mileage may vary as to whether you want him or not, and I'm probably not going to bother trying to put him back on his base right now. I don't know why I'm doing that, but you know, your mileage may vary. If you want him, get him. If you don't, don't. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me, but I like him. He's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. So, this is Daymorsair, and I'm saying goodbye, sir.